Hi there, Aries. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. We're here for you. Let's jump into it here now, and let's get all the cards here. Ooh, right off the bat, I feel like there's someone here who you've met. It's like a friend or something. There could be someone who is really sort of even on your mind here, we'll say, around this time. But there's something quite exciting, Aries. I'm hearing Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo. I'm hearing Aries again as well. You could be dealing with another Aries. Let's get the cards and see what does come through. I feel like you've made a shift here with something even, Aries. It's like really working for you. Yeah, I see that it's something that feels right. So it's like, okay, well, if it feels good, then I want to continue moving in this direction. Let's continue. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Lovers upright. Yeah, some of you have really gotten very also close to someone, like where you can kind of start talking to them like more comfortably. The Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Empress, and the Emperor in reverse. Wow, some of you have actually met someone. This energy can come through 6 months down the line. You've met someone who you really feel like, you know what, I really feel like they're the one, like this is it. Like there's someone here who you've just realized you have certain experiences, even you're like, I feel like this person is really here for me. I'm hearing that as well. They're really like truly, I'm hearing my friend, I'm hearing that as well. This is maybe an energy that you can see manifesting with down the line, and this can be your own frequency as well, of course, right, with the Empress and the Emperor, and the Lovers. The Lovers speak of that duality. So for a number of you, you know, you're maybe like a little nervous about taking whatever this connection is to the next step, but I do sense that there have been enough experiences here that have allowed you to feel more comfortable with the concept of it in some way. So let's get a few more cards. We're going to pull a Celtic cross. I feel like if anyone were to ask you about like how you feel about this space, like your immediate response would be like, well, like, I don't know, like, it's okay. Maybe you don't want to call something out. Page of Swords, too quickly, deep past. Temperance in reverse. Yeah, in the recent past, the current state is the Nine of Swords upright. Two of Pentacles. This can actually be something that's healing for you. It could even be an activity that you're finding is actually like really helping you, okay, in your lifestyle, improving your lifestyle. Ace of Pentacles upright in the environment. You lead out with the Ten of Wands upright in the energetic pathway. The Justice card upright is in your advice. In the near future, we have the King of Wands. The hopes and our fears is the Three of Wands in reverse. You lead out with the Knight of Swords upright. Aries, for some of you, I feel like you are understanding what you want. Let's clear it. Yeah, your ideal. It's like, well, even if it's not really yet arrived, so-called, I realize what turns me on. Ace of Pentacles upright. Like, you know, and maybe it's just a matter of like the opportunity coming about that hasn't quite yet. There's something about maybe the context. Some of you are realizing that maybe you're actually not really where you want to be at quite yet, and that's okay. There is a matter of recognizing, okay, what you want as a first step, and, you know, first, and then, you know, being able to identify what experience will be in alignment with that vision. Oh, like physically, I'm hearing you. Well, like in 3D. So we have to be able to feel it before we really see it manifest out. Interesting. Some of you, there is something that you're lacking here with the Ace of Pentacles upright in the environment. I'm actually seeing that. For the Lovers, let's see. Two of Cups. Okay. Let's clear it. Some of you, I feel like you're a little bit frustrated, Aries, like, because you do maybe feel that there is something really exciting, but then there's, well, I see you bobbing in and out. Let's clear it. Yeah, bobbing in and out, like, I want this, but then it's like feeling like frustrating to me. Ten of Swords coming through right there. Five of Swords. Some of you maybe feel a certain way about someone, but you haven't called it out, and that's kind of building up, and it's getting irritating. I'm hearing that Judgment here. Leading out of the Knight of Swords is the Queen of Cups upright. Yeah, it's almost like you feel behind with something even, or you feel like someone's on your back with something. Let's pull a Celtic. We just did the Celtic cross. Let's pull a card for each of the days. Let's clear it. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here, but maybe even in a good way of saying, okay, I feel like we have something going here, like, but then where does it lead? Two of Swords in reverse, 15, 16, 17 is a Chariot in reverse. Some of you really, like, really have been holding off on making a move here with the chair in reverse. Like, you're really excited about something, but you haven't done it yet. I'm hearing that. And that's getting annoying. I'm hearing that. 9 of Wands are bright. Star bright. It's almost like, oh my God. Like, some of you, maybe you're in love with someone. You didn't call it out yet. It's like, or you got a vision here. There's just something like really that has slowed down even in relation to this dream that has been very frustrating. Judgment in reverse. Leaning out of the star, right? But there is progress in the sense of saying, like, maybe you still feel how, you know, this story can manifest with this person even. It's like, maybe it's just a lot of fantasy, a lot of dreaming, but there's not really the acting on that quite yet with the Judgment card in reverse. For some of you, there's something in the environment. Maybe you feel like you're not getting called out by others in this space enough. Let's clear it. For some, I feel like there is something of like a hopefulness that definitely keeps you connected to maybe this person or this conversation about whatever this is. It could even be a project with the star bright. With the 2 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Wands in reverse, it's like, I feel like you feel possibly that every time I try to make progress, I take one step back, and it's just this loop. With the 5 of Pentacles in reverse leading you out in the final outcome, well, the final outcome, we'll say, that on the full moon in Aquarius, the 23rd, there is something that is like, maybe you realize, well, you know what, maybe it's not realistic to do this yet. I have to clear that out first, and then I'll be free to enjoy, you know, that storyline interesting with that person. I don't know what that's alluding to, but maybe it's even like a vibrational thing. Let's pull a card here for each of, wow, these cards are upside down. Let's get that. It's a 6 of Wands, actually, just the 6 of Wands, yeah. This card wants to come through. You do have that 6 of Cups, 2 sixes. Something is, yeah, I'm seeing you want something Aries. I'm hearing Aquarius. I'm hearing Justice as well, Libra. For a number of you, you're lacking the stability of maybe the commitment, the decision, the knowingness. Well, this is what I'm definitely doing. This is where I'm definitely going. It's like, I feel like there is a lack of boundaries a little bit, and that maybe is what is throwing you off in some sense. It's getting frustrating. I'm hearing that 6 of Wands, like, I need to know, like, let's clear it. For some of you, maybe it's physical, like you haven't showed someone how you feel, so it's like you don't see how they feel in response to that, but maybe you've been like waiting to relate to the space. Tower, I feel like you're gonna, as you feel it, like, I don't want to say you're gonna have like a sort of a like a meltdown moment, or like a, that's it, like you gotta call it out moment, but for a number of you, if you haven't committed to someone yet, there is a moment where you're like, you maybe have a little bit of like a freak out, like you imagine them with someone else, and it's like, oh my God, what? Like, it's even maybe like you have like a freaking like little nightmare, like, uh-oh, like you literally dream of this person like with someone else, like maybe you have a vision of them doing something with someone else. It's like, there's a moment, like, yeah, maybe you used to get comfortable with kind of not saying anything in this space. Maybe you're just friends with this person, but then you kind of like maybe even get jealous a little bit with the Tower, Brian, the Star. It's like you start to realize, oh shoot, I actually have feelings. Like, I'm hearing that. I feel like you can't like just see her move on with someone else. I'm hearing that as well with the Tower, right? This could be a career as well, you know? I see you, actually, this is maybe a moment where there's a push to be really, really assertive. For a number of you, you feel maybe a little taken advantage of, even in your environment. I'm hearing, I'm not a servant. I'm hearing that with the Tower, right? So, yeah, just make sure it doesn't get, like, out of control with the Tower, right, at the base of the 2 Cups in reverse. Like, someone may kind of lash out a little bit. The Sun, the 7 of Swords, like, it's like, they kind of like get maybe to a point where it's like, this is what I really feel, like they've been holding something back. Maybe it could even be a productive energy. Maybe they see their friend, maybe they officially come forward and like demonstrate, they display like the first, you know, act of like even like protection, guidance. I'm hearing that again with the Sun and the 7 of Swords. Like, like for the first time, you know, they kind of show maybe their friend that they do see them in like however way. It's like, wait, what? Like, I'm hearing that 8 of Cups coming through on the 2 of Swords, King of Cups coming through over the Sun, and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like it's frustrating for those of you, especially if you've been holding back what you feel for someone with the Devil upright. That's a Capricorn card. It's like, you might even kind of like call it out, like it's like, hey, I'm gonna be like meeting up with someone else here, like, are you not here for my story? The Knight of Wands, right? So for some of you, this is maybe with you, and it gets to a point where, let's clear Ace of Swords, yeah. It's like, maybe you're debating. You're like, should I call it out? I don't want to be like overwhelming, but I see you like just decide, I want to call this out. So thank you for tuning in, Aries, love and light to you. Let's get that card on the ground right before we tune it out. It is the Queen of Cups, yeah. Some of you, like, possibly, let's clear it. You feel like it's kind of a little intimidating, a tricky situation. I feel like some will, though, want to put themselves on the line if it means saving the connection by